First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Mayor Rob Palmieri, yesterday, there is audio, and I'm not going to play it because I don't want to be. This is, for me to do this, is shocking. But I have yelling going on between the mayor and Doug from Whisk, and I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to do it.
How big of you?
I've talked to Doug. He made accusations against the mayor. I think the mayor's probably heard it all. And he was down there yesterday, which, to be honest with you, one would say you should give him credit. There was an accident down there. Construction was being claimed as the blame. And the mayor was down there. He's on the line right now, and we appreciate that greatly. Mayor Rob Palmieri, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill, Jeff, Andrew, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
My question would be, right off the bat, how did you cause that accident yesterday? How dare you? Did you cause the accident? That's the accusation and I believe it's indirectly is what Doug from Whisk is saying, but how do you respond to his charges from yesterday?
First and foremost, he's a business owner, which I understand. Because of the growth of the city and downtown, there's been an awful lot of construction, which has altered his ability to continue to stay open and to be profitable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you had a situation over at 4649 Franklin Square where you had a piece of the facade, a concrete piece come off, which was a kind of a very dangerous situation. At that point, it was roped off because of the fear of what we will do for the public right away, and that's the rationale. What we were looking for and what we continue to look for is the well-being of the safety of our people. We certainly were put on notice by an engineering report and roughly what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. So they are complying. Marcus Phillips, who's my codes commissioner, has stayed on top of this from the beginning to where we are. And unfortunately, the reason why the street was roped off at that time is because the debris actually went into the roadway, which could have affected, obviously, pedestrians. It could have affected a vehicle. And the fact that we have actually an end to this, that should be constructing and reconstructing and remodeling it in the next 2 weeks. All we did at this time is to push it back where they have vehicular traffic that will be able to go in. We did not do anything with the debris in front. It was basically indicated to us by the architect that if you remove it, it gives the indication that there's really nothing there and the pedestrian may walk there, which is still a very dangerous area. So the debris stays there as a precaution to let people know that it's a very serious situation. I will just tell you, if the debris was not there, the ropes that they're up there and the plastic caution tape, who takes it down? And it was taken down. Why didn't the city put it back up there? Then we are liable. So we're trying to make sure, and I think at the end of the day, there's no easy answer to this, and I understand where Doug's coming from. He's got a great business, but as we have done with the Ovalston and other, we have to look at the overall safety of our residents at this point. Yeah. And is it frustrating? Yeah, I'm sure it is frustrating, but we have a responsibility, and now that we have an end to this, that the contractor should be up there within the next 2 weeks repairing that. I think it'll bring closure to this.
Okay. He did say that you had the barrier taken down so that exit could be used.
It is drivable now.
It is now drivable?
Yeah. And that's the only thing we did do is, and again, because this is until we had the engineering report, until we had a end date that the contractors were going to be there. Again, so let me just say this. Rob Palmer could be on the hook once again because in the event that someone drives in there, another piece comes down and damages a vehicle that sprays into the roadway. Why did you do that? Why did you take it down? It's a catch-22, and what I'm doing only because we have an end date at this point within the next 2 weeks repairing it. We opened only the traffic or the vehicular traffic to come in. It's a one-way area, and we've done that as of yesterday. And just so you understand, yes, I was there, but I was out with my engineering department. We were going through North Utica, looking at all the damages and the flooding and what we were doing, how we're going to act to rectify that. So Yeah, I was there, and Doug was very animated, which I would understand. That's his business.
I'm sure he pours his life into it.
That's his baby.
Yeah.
Right. So Mayor, I did defend you yesterday, and it was on the issue of liability and a crumbling building that the city does not own. I am surprised, though, to be honest, to talk about liability. If somebody thought, or if you thought, or engineering thought that we should close this road, and because there is debris falling off this building, you get in an argument with a business owner, and then you say, you know what, we're going to take it down.
The rationale was because, so you fully understand, I had a conversation with Marcus Phillips, and then we had the contractor engineering report, which they would be there in 2 weeks. So as I'm saying to you, you're right. It's a catch-22. I felt at this point that we have an end date of the contractor being on site, that we could move it back just for vehicular traffic, and it's still there. The debris is still there. The line is still drawn. There's no parking in that area. No pedestrians are able to walk. Just the fact that a vehicle could go through there at this point, and you're very, very true. I could have this afternoon a vehicle that debris came down and damaged their vehicle, and then why did you do that? Okay, why didn't you do it earlier? Why didn't you?
Yeah.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, you're the mayor. You're never going to please anybody.
I'm okay
everybody.
with that. Again, I want to be business friendly. I want to understand what the concerns are, and after talking to our engineers and Marcus, that we've had a dialogue with the owners of the property and the engineering firm, that we do have people coming in there. They have people coming in there in the next several weeks. I just felt that if we open it up, at least at this point, the spray would be minimal, hopefully. And again, hopefully it works out for us. Okay. We may be on the line Monday because Sunday another piece came down and it damaged the vehicle. And then you said, why did you do what you did? I'm just trying to make sure that the ultimate goal is to make sure that the safety and the well-being of all of our residents are first and foremost.
All right.
I guess what I was just going to say is, how was it determined the space where the tape was? Was it the engineers? Because it looks like on the sidewalk side of the building, now granted it's brick and not cement facade or whatever the material is, it's a little bit shorter so people can still walk next to the building, but the roadway where cars would exit Franklin Square seems considerably a further distance away than the side of the building.
Well, we've looked at through engineering and through the police when they wrote this off initially, and the only thing that was done yesterday is that we brought it in to roughly where the parking spaces are and wrote that area off at that time.
He also said that you did not help him during COVID with the garbage situation. They were having a difficulty. Do you want to comment on that? Because he made some accusations there as well.
I guess you could possibly say at this point we have bent over backwards for Doug right along.
Okay. And then I want to throw a
curveball.
I'm going to throw a curveball.
Okay, so listen.
And this ball has action on it. So I'm telling you.
So the Yankees are hitting it right now, and the Mets are having a little bit of a problem.
You're right.
This is why he said he would come
on. Yeah.
This is why.
Trying to just humiliate us. All right, listen.
No, listen. I like the Mets. I'm not saying that.
Listen.
It's frustrating. We would like to see them be at the same capacity and peaking at the same time as the Yankees.
Here's the question, and it is personal. After the conversation we just had in the last hour about people fighting over vaccines and fighting over wearing masks, and you've gone through it. You had your bout with COVID. Your family had your bout with COVID. How do you stand on the vaccine and on masks and that sort of thing going forward, as it looks like this Delta variant is pretty tough?
It is. And let me just say this. Don't listen to politicians. Don't listen to radio hosts. Listen to the professionals out there, the science, the doctors at this point. Yes, I did go through it. I was very I had it, and it was humbling. But unfortunately, it didn't attack me as much as it did my wife, who was, as we know, almost lost her life. So it's real. It's something that is not going away. The variant of the Delta is far more contagious. So anyone who is not getting a vaccination at this point, I don't know the last time someone died from a vaccination, but I do know a number of people who have died and perished because of the COVID. And I think you're finding people who are not vaccinated at this point are having more of the problems that are being hospitalized and dying. So, it's not going away until more people become vaccinated, because this is a Delta variant, and if we don't stay on top of it, there'll be another variant. Yeah. And we'll be talking about this for years and years to come, and this does affect the well-being of our residents. It affects economic development. Psychologically, it has a lot to do with, do you mandate? This is not a political battle. This is not a right. This is the fact that you want to stay alive. And in order to stay alive, you have to do what the doctors are saying and the science is saying. Anybody can go on any place and find something that say, oh, no, this guy said this. The overall majority of doctors, scientists are saying at this point, it's very dangerous. We've seen it. Over 700,000 people have perished. We're having another spike throughout the country. What does it take to realize, drop the political bullshit and go ahead and get a vaccination and protect your family? Don't protect Rob Palmieri. Don't protect the president or the ex-president. Protect your family at this point.
I have never had to hit the delay on a mayor, but I just did, and I really appreciate your heartfelt, emotional response there, Mayor. Thank you.
Again, everything I do is usually from the heart. Sometimes that's not good, and sometimes it is. But I don't want to see anybody go through something that they don't have to go through. That's all. Everybody has their personal feelings on that, but you know what? Look at the science of it. It is not worth watching somebody suffer through a COVID, and then after the fact saying, I should have, I could have, but I didn't.
Yeah. Please give our best to your wife, if you would. Thank you.
Listen, my pleasure, and if we're hanging up, before we hang up, Jeff, congratulations, good luck. You'll be an asset for the Assemblywoman. You'll really see how politics really is, how frustrating it can get at times, but you're the right person at the right time. And, Bill, you lost a great guy over there.
I feel that indeed. I completely agree. And, Mayor, he's gone to the other side. He's gone to the Democrat side.
Listen, and now, at the end of the day, Bill, there's no sides at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Just get the job done.
Mayor, I really appreciate that, and I take back all the critical things I said about you before.
And now he's left with me, Mayor, so he's got a lot of work.
But Mayor, you are absolutely correct. We're losing a great member of this team, and we did everything we could to prevent it from happening, and it really blows. But Marianne has got a good one on the way, so.
Absolutely, and Marianne is a great representative for the city and for the region.
All right, Mayor, thank you so much. We appreciate your frank comments this morning.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Mayor Rob Palmieri. Wow. I mean, I'm basically, I thought I was listening to Ed Hanna saying, I don't want to hear any more of this BS.
I mean, you almost hesitated.
Well, because I feel like if it's the mayor using that
language, we can get away with it because it
falls
newsworthy.
into and then technically we can, but at the same time I got a TV audience to deal with, so I dumped it. But the reality is, I want to tell you, he went through hell, and his wife went through hell with COVID, and I knew it would strike a bit of a note, but I wanted his opinion on what is going on out there. And that wasn't, as he said, it wasn't a politician, it wasn't a mayor, it was just somebody who's been through it and watched his wife almost die from COVID. And that's the last variant. So it is what it is. So be safe out there.